Imagine everything you've ever known about the Marvel Universe. Every hero, every villain, every battle across time. Now multiply that by infinity. A cosmos where gods walk beside mortals, where entire realities are born and destroyed in a single blink. This is the Marvel Multiverse. Tonight, we're diving into the grand story, the history, the gods, the structure, and what lies beyond. From the very first spark of existence to the unimaginable beings who sit above reality itself. Strap in, because what you're about to witness is not just a story, it's the cosmic heartbeat of Marvel. But before we can understand the multiverse, we have to go back, way back, to the very first existence, the First Firmament. Chapter 1. The Beginning and the First Gods. In the beginning, there was only one, the very first universe, a single cosmic entity, the First Firmament. Imagine a boundless, living, conscious universe, shimmering in blue and black. That was the very first god of Marvel's cosmology. The First Firmament created beings known as the Celestials, mighty architects of reality itself. But as with all creation, conflict soon followed. The Celestials split into two factions, the faithful aspirants, loyal to the firmament, and the rebellious Celestials, who dared to create diversity and chaos. The war was unlike anything we could imagine. Battles on a scale far larger than galaxies. In the end, the rebellious Celestials tore the First Firmament apart, and from its shattered remains, infinite universes were born. This was the dawn of the second cosmos, and with it, the birth of the Marvel Multiverse. Think about that. Our very existence, our entire multiverse, came from the death of the first universe. And this cycle of creation and destruction would repeat again and again, giving rise to higher and higher versions of reality. What Marvel calls the successive cosmos. But the First Firmament destruction was only the beginning. Greater beings, greater forces, and gods beyond imagination were yet to come. Beings who could bend all of existence with just a thought. Chapter 2. The Birth of Cosmic Entities. As the multiverse evolved, so did the beings that ruled it. Enter the abstract entities, living embodiments of fundamental forces. Time itself took shape as infinity. The vastness of existence became eternity. The end of all things manifested as death. And desire, chaos, even power, all found their avatars. These beings weren't gods in the traditional sense. They were reality. Every heartbeat in the cosmos pulsed through eternity. Every grain of time flowed through infinity. To kill them would mean to destroy those aspects of reality itself. And yet, even they were not the highest. Above them all stood the living tribunal, a three-faced cosmic judge who exists to keep the multiverse in balance. Imagine a being who can erase entire universes with a wave of a hand, yet who answers only to one higher power, the mysterious one above all. The one above all, the supreme being of Marvel, creator of everything, existing beyond all realities. Rarely seen, rarely mentioned, but always present. And where there is creation, there must also be destruction. From the shadows lurks the one below all, the embodiment of hatred and ruin, the dark reflection of the supreme. This hierarchy from abstract entities to the living tribunal to the one above all formed the skeleton of Marvel's cosmology. But the multiverse? It wasn't done expanding. In fact, it was just getting started. Chapter 3. The Hierarchy of Gods. In Marvel's infinite reality, not all gods are created equal. Some rule over planets, others over realms, but then there are the ones who stand above everything. At the top, we already know of the one above all, the supreme source of creation. But below him is the living tribunal, judge, jury, and executioner of the entire multiverse. His three faces represent equity, necessity, and vengeance. If one universe grows too dangerous, or a cosmic imbalance threatens the whole multiverse, it is the tribunal who decides its fate. But Marvel doesn't stop there. Across the infinite planes, gods of myth and legend coexist with cosmic entities. Odin of Asgard, Zeus of Olympus, Vishanti of the mystic realm, beings worshipped by mortals, yet still beneath the true abstracts of creation. And then there are the Beyonders, alien-like beings who exist outside the multiverse entirely. Their power? Terrifying. When they attacked, not even the living tribunal could withstand them. Entire universes were crushed, and the tribunal himself was slain. This changes everything, because it proves even the gods we thought untouchable can fall. And that outside the multiverse, stranger things await. Chapter 4. The Structure of Reality. All right, we've met the gods, but what about the actual structure of Marvel's reality? How is this infinite system even organized? At the center, we have Earth 616, the prime Marvel universe. But surrounding it are countless parallel Earths, infinite variations, each with their own history, heroes, and destinies. This infinite cluster of universes is what we call the multiverse. But here's the twist. These universes don't exist in isolation. They're stacked into layers. Pocket dimensions, spiritual realms, higher planes of reality. For example, the dark dimension ruled by Dormammu, the astral plane visited by Doctor Strange, or the quantum realm sitting beneath normal space-time. Marvel also describes its cosmology in terms of cosmos. We're currently in the 8th cosmos, meaning the universe has been destroyed and reborn 7 times already. Each cycle ends with destruction and begins anew with creation. And beyond the 8th lies the mysterious 9th cosmos, the future birth of all existence. And if all this wasn't enough, above the multiverse itself exists something even greater, the Omni-Voice. Chapter 5. Beyond the Multiverse. So what lies beyond? Outside the multiverse, there are realms so alien, so impossible, that even gods fear them. One such place is the domain of the Beyonders, beings who once shattered entire multiverses during the events of Secret Wars. Their power was so great, they killed the living tribunal, something no other entity had done. Another is the realm of the one below all, a dark, hellish reflection of the one above all. Its influence seeps through gamma radiation, connected to the Hulk himself. It is destruction, pure and unending. And then there's the concept of the Omniverse. All multiverses, all realities, even fiction itself. In some interpretations, our world, the one where we read Marvel comics, also exists inside this grand tapestry. That means Marvel hints at something insane. The reader, you, are part of the Omni-Voice too. This is what makes Marvel cosmology so unique. It doesn't just expand outward, it expands beyond, to infinity and then past infinity. Chapter 6. Marvel's Future Cosmology. But the story doesn't end here. Marvel's future holds even greater battles across the multiverse. We've seen Kong the Conqueror in the MCU, the TVA timeline splitting, and whispers of the ultimate event. Secret Wars. In the comics, Secret Wars shattered the multiverse, leaving fragments stitched together into Battleworld, a patchwork planet ruled by God Emperor Doom. Heroes and villains from across reality collided in one final war. And now, Marvel Studios is building towards this. Avengers, Kong Dynasty. Avengers, Secret Wars. The multiverse will collapse on the big screen, and a new one will rise that, the Marvel multiverse cosmology isn't just history, it's prophecy. It's the past, present, and the future of storytelling itself. And one thing is certain, in Marvel, there are no limits, only higher and higher levels of infinity. And that is the grand tour of Marvel's multiverse. From the First Firmament to the gods of eternity to the realms beyond infinity. A story so big, it stretches across comics, movies, and our imagination itself. So the next time you see Doctor Strange open a portal or Kong break a timeline, remember, you're not just watching heroes. You're witnessing echoes of a cosmic history billions of years in the making. Thank you for joining me on this journey across the Marvel multiverse cosmology. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, comment, and and subscribe because there are always more universes to explore.